Welcome to the 9th episode of MaxCraft Season 1. I'm TheMineStoner, and today we're starting things off right above the GOBI Incorporated shop building I managed to finish in between episodes, or actually, to be honest, in the intro of this episode. I'm so sorry for the delay of this episode because I've been quite busy in real life. So I have not been able to play too much on the server and not record whatsoever. And as well, MaxCraft got some sort of a transition. We're now allocated to the Maximum MC network, and so it's now a lot easier for you to actually get into MaxCraft. We're still gonna check out some stuff of your channel, but it will be a lot easier to do so. As well, the application also reopened some weeks ago, which means you can reapply to MaxCraft. Right here we do have a button that opens the door. I have not have yet hooked it up to a pulse extender, which means you might genuinely be crushed in there. So over the staircase here we'll get up to the meeting room that is not constructed yet. We do have some random boxes and a bed with random stuff in it, and we're gonna take a sleep. As you can see, there's still a lot of mess going on in the chat because it's not fully set up yet and everything is not checked, which is a little issue for recording, but that's okay, I guess. So I spent a bunch of time over here in my creative test world figuring out a pretty genius TNT Blastchamber, as well as a tree farm which is hooked up to the Blastchamber. I had to work around some issues which you can see around here, because we do need to compress the logs from a vertical form into a horizontal one. So you as a player are gonna go in here and click on the node block. Then you will hear a lot of piston action going on. Just stand here and place everything. And so that's gonna then push everything into this chamber here. So I had been standing here for about 5 minutes now. So I'm gonna just remove the weight on my mouse because I was too lazy to actually hold down right click all the time. Yeah. Switch off the farm. And let's see how much. Holy cow. I guess now let's check on how much logs we got. Well, actually, that's pretty decent if you think about it. Actually, I'm pretty happy with the results. I had to do some improvements over here, so I had some redstone dust over here. And so now, let's head over to the MaxCraft server where I already started laying out this part of the system here, the TNT Blastchamber. We're now over in the industrial district, or actually the GOBI Incorporated farming area, where Spite deposited some slime blocks as well as 4 shulker boxes of bone blocks, which we're gonna need once we're done here. You might have started to hear music in the background. You know what this means. It's time-lapse time. that's the end of the time lapse, and we have ourselves the entirely finished log blast chamber. This thing is absolutely ridiculous. I tested it out for a couple of hours in the past couple of days since I built this mad thing. As well, sold it also do so. Why is this log here? That's not supposed to be there. That's not a story. And it was an absolute blast. An absolute breeze to get through an entirety of shulker boxes and collect so much logs, as you can see here, that we don't even know anymore if we're actually gonna sell all of those. If there's actually enough demand for that amount of logs. I myself got about a shulker box of birch logs to spare because, well, I tested out the farm with the different types of logs. So I now set up this farm again for another AFK session that I might genuinely do later on this episode. And I will maybe also carry over those boxes to Gobi. Let's do that. So we're now on our way to the Gobi Shopbuilding to actually put those boxes here to good use. Actually, just to prepare them to get stocked up. And I'm getting attacked by a spider. Hello there. So I built up a keycard lock system right here that opens you the door, and then you will see a big welcome sign, a welcome desk, and at the back here will be our stocking facility. Here we have just the shulker boxes that are gonna be needed to stock up. I will collect also the others that are down below now. Those ones are all... Hello there. All of those ones here, they are needed for, they are logs. Filled to brim with logs. Soul was an absolute madman when farming. Alright. Last boxes to be transported upwards. I will inform Soul that there's a freaking lot of boxes that we need to discuss, and we'll need to do a meeting. That's absolutely ridiculous. And leading up the staircase here, we're getting to the meeting room that I finished up. And I also brought up the shulker boxes that were randomly all over our shop building. And there's also my storage box that I might generally empty and pick up and put into my energy to get use in my ender chest. That is actually a pretty darn big mess. I also collected some profits from my shops. Sadly, no profits in my shops today, but I collected some a couple of weeks ago, or some weeks ago. I don't remember anymore. And I also bought some slime here over at the slime shop. Pretty nice shop one. And here, actually pretty interesting design for a door, but I would have gone for a different one. Nice. So we're getting concurrence here, which is, I mean, alright, it will drive down the prices, because I'm gonna undercut it anyway. And I will also need to restart this minigame because no one was playing too actively, so the new members can join as well. Speaking of new members, speaking of other members, Nuclear Photos came back and spent a bunch of time at his base. It's now looking absolutely phenomenal. Real nice design for some cabins. As well, Super Smash game joined the server. He has built a ship over at the harbor here, HMS SSG, I think it's called. As you can see here. And the other new members, I didn't find the bases. As well, up here on this hill, Redstone Burnout built his base, I believe. A very weird contraption, I don't know what's the idea behind it, but that's another story. You might have noticed that I was wearing the right gear the entire time, because Soul finally gave me the prize for winning the Elytra parkour game, so I put that one to good use. So there we go with our netherite block. So now let's split it up into netherite ingots and get them into my inventory. So now, using the smithing table, we're gonna first off upgrade my sword with one of those netherite ingots. It has now 11 attack damage instead of 10 the original one had, which is pretty nice, so I can easier one-hit kill stuff. Also my pickaxe, a lot more durability, that's incredible, 500 more points of durability. Also my fortune pickaxe, real nice, as well a lot more durability on the shovel and on the chopper as well, on the axes. An absolute ton of damage now. And the others I will put onto my helmet and boots and on my leggings. First off, a little organization, so I do have like sort of a structure. I don't know why I did it, but yeah. Helmet and leggings. Let's go. And as well, my boots. So now I do have one additional netherite ingot to spare that I'm gonna to put on my hoe that I'm gonna to make in a future episode, but that is something for another time. I'm not gonna do that yet. And that's how I'm looking right now. Real nice. I really like the netherite look. As well, I bought 2 stacks of blaze rods because I will need them for ender chests in the future, so I'm not running out. If maybe Spy does not have any more of those at this shop, which would be a bit bad, and then I would have to manually go out and gather those, or actually ask Spy to use his farm. He actually did install a nether channel leading to his base, which is pretty long and pretty nice looking. The entirety of this tunnel is looking like this, which is pretty darn amazing. I have not been at Soul's base for so long, and look to what it turned out to be. An absolute magnificent build. It absolutely looks just gorgeous. This island I know, and this island I know, but it turned out to be so flowery here. Absolutely amazing. And I mean, that this man has so many diamonds, he can just deposit the diamond ore like just in his flippin' base. Jesus Christ. He's an absolute madman. That's for sure. And the mob farm he is also producing in these ones. But unfortunately, that's all I had time for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then make sure to subscribe to get notified about my newest videos. Until the next time, goodbye!